out a journal is not so easy. First of all, the thought process, then gathering enough people who can probably contribute to journaling. Congratulations for starting this. Coming from this part of the world, especially all these emerging countries, the first time I think we're having a journal. So this gives opportunity to everybody to contribute. And for AIG, we're proud that this is coming out from here. In 2-3 years, it will be a major landmark because there's no other journal actually catering to this group of countries. So that's quite a good landmark.
I'm delighted to welcome World IBD Day with the launch of a new journal, IBD-ENC Journal, where colitis and Crohn's disease are emerging as new diseases in South Asia, Southeast Asia, Africa, South America, indeed throughout many areas of the world. IBD-ENC was established from the Asian Institute of Gastroenterology just 5 years ago and now includes 27 countries. It aims to identify the causes and thereby a cause and cure for inflammatory bowel disease. So the IBD-ENC Journal is going to publish articles, academic, scientific articles, which will help illuminate the progress.
It is World IBD Day, and we thought it is a good time and location for us to launch the IBD-ENC Journal, a journal dedicated not only to inflammatory bowel diseases, but bowel disease in general. And I think it was the first time that from AIG we are having a journal.
We know that inflammatory bowel disease is no longer a Western disease or Caucasian disease. And in our emerging nations, the burden is going to be even greater due to the sheer number of patients, as well as the intrinsic limitations in our own healthcare systems. The IBD-ENC Journal is a journal by us, and we have experts from all over Asia Pacific and beyond for us in order to address our unique challenges and needs. Let's rise together and tackle IBD.
IBD is increasing across the globe, including in the newly industrialized world, and is going to become an important problem across these nations. But it is very important to understand the epidemiology and the progress of this particular entity in these regions. So I think it is very pertinent that today the IBD-ENC Journal is being launched. I'm very happy to be associated as a senior editor with this journal, and I look forward to your contributions and support for this journal.
IBD continues a growing challenge in our region with unique disease patterns, healthcare system, and patient needs. Despite this, data and representation from this part of the world remain limited. This is why the launch of the IBD-ENC Journal is both timely and important. It provides a dedicated platform for sharing regional research, clinical experience, and perspective that can help shape better, more relevant care for our patients. On this World IBD Day, let us continue to work together to advance knowledge and improve outcome for those living with IBD.
As we know, inflammatory bowel disease is a growing challenge in India. It faces unique challenges like late diagnosis, limited specialist access, and social stigma. The patients, doctors, and advocates from across more than 50 countries unite to raise global awareness about Crohn's disease and ulcerative colitis, to spread awareness, support patients, encourage research, and end the stigmata of IBD.
Today, we join millions around the world to recognize the World IBD Day. Whether you're a researcher, a physician, or a caregiver, you are part of the solution. Today, we aren't just raising awareness, we are building a stronger, more inclusive village for every IBD warrior.
Today is the inauguration of the IBD-ENC Journal, the Journal for the Emerging Nations Consortium. This is a global academic platform for research, collaboration, and innovation from the emerging countries. This is a visionary initiative. This journal represents more than just publications. It represents a voice for clinicians, researchers, and patients from regions whose experience deserve greater global visibility. I wish this program and launch of the IBD-ENC Journal a grand success.
This journal is particularly important basically because we have been following the Western standards as in today. So I think the entire concept of management is going to change basically if we get good data from the emerging nations. Congratulations for this effort. We hope that it truly translates into something really that is going to happen to the Indian population and the ENC. Congratulations to them.
As we are all aware that IBD in the emerging nations has its own set of problems. At one side, we have still infectious diseases to deal with, and IBD is again emerging as a big challenge for us, all of us. That makes it a special case for us how to differentiate from the infectious causes and so on. And not only that, large number of biologicals may not be available in all the emerging nations. At the same time, a lot of patients cannot afford to have. So, in that context, it becomes important for us to address our problems, to seek answers to the difficult questions that we have in managing our patients. And this will help us in improving our patients' care.
Inflammatory bowel disease is considered to be a disease of the developed nations. However, in the developing countries also we are seeing a surge in the number of inflammatory bowel disease. IBD Emerging Nations Consortium, which focuses on bringing together nations in order to understand how to manage this disease in these emerging nations, as well as how to manage this disease in resource-poor settings. Flagship journal, that is the IBD-ENC journal, which has focused publications on research from this area. I wish the journal all the very best.